England. The name itself conjures up images. Castles perched on rolling hills, bustling cities teeming with life, cozy pubs with crackling fireplaces. I was ready to experience it all. My journey would take me from the towering skyscrapers of London to the tranquil beauty of the Cotswolds. Along the way, I would delve into history, savor local delicacies, and immerse myself in the heart of England. My adventure began in the beating heart of England, London. London was a whirlwind, a city that never seemed to sleep. The city pulsed with an energy that was both exhilarating and exhausting, a blend of old-world charm and modern hustle. I started my exploration at the Tower of London, a stark reminder of the city's tumultuous past, where history seemed to whisper from every corner. Within its ancient walls, I walked in the footsteps of kings and prisoners, their stories etched into the stone, each step a journey back in time. The crown jewels, glittering under watchful guard, were simply breathtaking, a dazzling display of royal opulence. From the tower, I strolled along the River Thames, the lifeblood of the city, where the past and present flow together. The iconic Tower Bridge, a marvel of Victorian engineering, stood proudly against the sky, a testament to human ingenuity. Across the river, the Houses of Parliament and the imposing Big Ben dominated the skyline, symbols of British democracy and history. No trip to London is complete without a visit to Buckingham Palace, the residence of the British monarch. I joined the crowds to witness the changing of the guard, a spectacle that was both regal and entertaining, a true display of British tradition. The precision and pageantry of the ceremony were impressive, a choreographed dance of discipline and honour. In the evening, I wandered through the vibrant streets of Soho, soaking up the atmosphere, where the city's eclectic spirit truly came alive. Street performers entertained passers-by, their music adding to the city's symphony, a melody of diverse cultures and stories. I ducked into a traditional pub for a hearty meal of fish and chips, enjoying the lively banter and warm hospitality, a perfect end to a day in London. Leaving London behind, I ventured into the English countryside, where time seemed to slow down. My first stop was Warwick Castle, a magnificent medieval fortress that had witnessed centuries of history. As I explored its ramparts and towers, I imagined the clash of swords and the thunder of hooves during epic battles. Next, I journeyed to Dover Castle, strategically perched on the white cliffs overlooking the English Channel. This imposing fortress has guarded England's shores for centuries. Standing atop the cliffs, I felt the wind in my hair and gazed out at the vast expanse of water, imagining the ships that had sailed these waters throughout history. Each castle I visited had its own unique story to tell, from tales of chivalry and romance to accounts of sieges and conquests. These ancient stones whispered secrets of the past, bringing history to life in a way that no textbook ever could. My travels led me to Bath, a city steeped in history and renowned for its Georgian architecture. The Roman baths, remarkably preserved from antiquity, offered a glimpse into the lives of the Romans who once occupied this land. I marveled at the intricate mosaics and imagined the Romans bathing in the steaming thermal waters. Wandering through the elegant streets of Bath, I was captivated by the honey-coloured stone buildings. The Royal Crescent, a sweeping crescent of Georgian townhouses, was a testament to the city's architectural grandeur. I took a stroll along Pulteney Bridge, lined with shops and cafes, and enjoyed the picturesque views of the River Avon. Bath was a city that exuded a sense of timeless elegance. It was easy to imagine Jane Austen strolling through the streets, her characters coming to life in this charming setting. I spent my days exploring the city's historic landmarks and indulging in afternoon tea, savouring the delicate pastries and the refined ambience. Section 5, the Cotswolds, a tapestry of green. From Bath, I ventured into the Cotswolds, a region of rolling hills, quaint villages, and idyllic countryside. The journey itself was a visual treat, with every turn revealing a new, stunning vista. The scenery was breathtaking, a patchwork of fields, forests, and meadows dotted with sheep and cows grazing peacefully. The harmony between nature and agriculture was evident everywhere I looked. I felt a sense of tranquility wash over me as I immersed myself in the natural beauty of this area. The gentle rustling of leaves and the distant calls of birds added to the serene atmosphere. I explored charming villages with names like Bourton on the Water and Stow on the Wold, each with its own unique character and history, each one more picturesque than the last. The stone cottages and cobbled streets seemed to be straight out of a fairy tale. I wandered along narrow lanes lined with thatched roof cottages, their charm enhanced by the vibrant gardens that surrounded them, their gardens bursting with colourful flowers. The fragrance of blooming flowers filled the air, making each walk a sensory delight. I stopped at local pubs for a pint of ale, savouring the rich flavours of traditional brews, and a chat with the friendly locals who welcomed me with open arms and warm smiles, who were eager to share stories of their region. Their tales added depth to my understanding of the Cotswolds' rich cultural tapestry. In the Cotswolds, time seemed to move at a slower pace. Life was simple, unhurried, and deeply connected to the land. And the natural beauty of the surroundings was a constant source of peace and inspiration. Every moment spent here felt like a step back in time. It was the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and reconnect with nature. The Cotswolds offered a sanctuary for the soul, a place where one could truly breathe and find solace. Throughout my journey, I made it a point to sample the local cuisine, immersing myself in the rich tapestry of flavours that England has to offer. English food often gets a bad rap, but I found it to be hearty, flavourful, and satisfying. The meals were a comforting embrace, a reminder of home-cooked goodness. From traditional pub fare to regional specialties, there was something to please every palate. Each dish told a story, a narrative of England's culinary heritage. Of course, no trip to England is complete without a proper Sunday roast. It's a cherished tradition, bringing families together around a table laden with delicious food. I enjoyed a mouth-watering plate of roast beef with Yorkshire pudding, roasted potatoes, vegetables and gravy. The combination was simply divine. The beef was cooked to perfection, tender and flavourful, and the Yorkshire pudding was light and airy. Each bite was a testament to the skill of the cook. I also indulged in other English classics such as fish and chips, bangers and mash and shepherd's pie. These dishes were the epitome of comfort food. Each dish was a celebration of simple, fresh ingredients cooked to perfection. The flavours were honest and unpretentious, yet incredibly satisfying. And of course, no meal was complete without a pint of locally brewed ale, adding a refreshing finish to the hearty meals, or a cup of steaming hot tea. The tea culture in England is something to be experienced, a moment of calm in a bustling day. And one of my favourite culinary discoveries was the Cornish pasty, a savoury pastry filled with meat and vegetables. It was a delightful surprise. Originating in Cornwall, these portable pies were traditionally taken by miners for their lunch. They are a perfect example of practical yet delicious food. I enjoyed a delicious pasty from a local bakery, the flaky crust giving way to a savoury filling. It was a perfect snack for a day of exploring. As I journeyed through England, I was struck by the warmth and friendliness of the people. The English have a reputation for being reserved, but I found them to be quite the opposite. From the cheerful pub owners to the helpful locals who offered directions, I encountered kindness and hospitality everywhere I went. One afternoon, while exploring a small village in the Cotswolds, I stumbled upon a local cricket match. Cricket is often considered a quintessential English sport, and I was eager to experience it firsthand. I sat down on a bench and watched as the players in their white uniforms engaged in this unique and strategic game. A group of locals noticed me watching and invited me to join them. They explained the rules of the game and shared stories of past matches. I spent the rest of the afternoon chatting with them, enjoying the friendly atmosphere and the sense of community. As my journey through England drew to a close, I took some time to reflect on all that I had experienced. From the bustling streets of London to the tranquil beauty of the Cotswolds, England had captivated me with its diverse landscapes, rich history, and warm hospitality. I had walked in the footsteps of kings and queens, explored ancient castles and cathedrals, and immersed myself in the local culture. I had savoured the flavours of English cuisine, from hearty pub fare to delicate pastries. And most importantly, I had connected with the people of England, experiencing their kindness, humour and love for their country. England had exceeded my expectations in every way. It was a country that seamlessly blended its rich past with its vibrant present, offering something for everyone. Whether you're interested in history, culture, nature, or simply soaking up the charm of a bygone era, England has it all. As I boarded my flight home, I couldn't help but feel a tinge of sadness that my journey had come to an end. But I knew that this was not goodbye, but rather a see you soon. England had captured a piece of my heart, and I knew that I would return one day to explore more of its hidden gems. England's allure is timeless. It's a country that has something to offer everyone, from history buffs to nature lovers to those simply seeking a change of pace. Its diverse landscapes, rich history, and warm hospitality create an unforgettable travel experience. So, if you're looking for an adventure that will stay with you long after you've returned home, look no further than England. Pack your bags, grab your walking shoes, and prepare to be enchanted by this land of ancient legends, charming villages, and enduring beauty.